Hey, it's Ken VanSickle again, your professional installer. I'm here to share another tip with you today. Hi, I'm in my office today, and I'm going to share 3 tips with you on how to locate a stud in the wall in case you have to hang something heavy, or a piece of art, a mirror, or maybe a floating shelf. There's 3 methods that I use. The first one, if you feel lucky and have good hearing, is you might be able to use your knuckle to figure out if there's a hollow wall or maybe something with some density inside. So let's give that a shot. So it sounds like it might be something here. So let's take a shot at that. So we'll put a little piece of tape, mark that location. So the second method would be using a stud sensor, which can be purchased at a local hardware store, and make sure that you got a good battery in there. And then you take that, and we'll start over here, and we slide left to right and see what we get. Okay, it starts right there in our blue tape area, so we're probably in good shape, and then it goes a little bit past. So let's see if both of those are of any value. My preferred method is nothing more than a magnet that I've put onto a string. And so let's see how that works. And what that is going to do is it's going to find a piece of metal in the wall. And the first thing you got to do is you got to find the first one. There's the first one. And one way of starting to find the stud in the wall, I should have mentioned earlier, is if you have an outlet below the area that you're working in, then that outlet box, the electrical box, is attached to the 2x4, and that might be a good starting point to find the first stud, because we may not be located or attaching anything here. We're just trying to find where the studs are. So this little magnet has caught the sheetrock screw, which holds the sheetrock to the 2x4 stud. So we would hope that the people that are putting the sheetrock up have put that screw right dead in the middle of the stud, since they have the privilege of knowing where those studs are as they put one sheet up at a time. So that is my preferred method. And let's mark that there. And then so from there, we'll have to figure out what the interval of the distance between the studs are in case we want to mount something with more than one point. So traditionally, or normally, you can just take that and you see how it let it dangle. And then you kind of might have to go up and down an inch or two, because they might not be exactly where in line. Let's see if we can find another one here. Okay. And I know there's another one somewhere. There we go. So that was a little bit lower than the other one. So let's put another piece of tape. And so there, if you have the option to mount on either one of those, or if you want to put a floating shelf up, which normally you would tie between the two, that's how I'd locate the stud in the wall. And again, it's just a magnet attached to a string. And how I found out about that tip was from my good friend, a repeat customer named Dan Savoy. He's a retired Marine Corps gentleman. I just saw him a couple days ago, and he's going to be 86 in November. And he was so happy to share that with me, and I was so happy to let him know that I think of him often every time I use that tip. And just a side story is Dan, knowing how to use that magnet, when he moved to the house that he's currently living in, he did not use it. And he hung a clock on this little short wall area. And I'll be doggone if he did not get it into a water pipe. And it ended up costing him $6,000 worth of construction to get that pipe fixed. The one time he did not use that, he got in trouble. So thank you, and hope that's of value to you. Hope you enjoyed that tip. As I mentioned earlier, my name is Ken VanSickle, and I am a professional installer. My company is Install What's New, and I'm located in Apex, North Carolina. I service customers from Greensboro, North Carolina to the East Coast and from Charleston, South Carolina to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. I specialize in draperies, including motorization, blinds, shades, and shutters, and also hang art and mirrors. My customer base includes designers, workrooms, as well as private customers, and the best way to find me is at my website, installwhatsnew.com. I'm looking forward to sharing my installation knowledge with you.